Hey everybody, Sammy here at SFI Sports Cards, back with another video. Today is December 27th. Thank you for being here and joining me to look at some sports cards. If you're new here, welcome. And thank you to all my returning viewers. Hope you consider sticking around for a bit. Today, we're going to knock out 2 VRs for 3 different channels. Congratulations to both Orlando at A Collector's Dream and Sammy over at SammyThunder for hitting 2,000 subs. Well deserved to both. I've been following the two of them for quite a while, so doing this VR was a pretty easy decision. So let's shout out a channel for them and their VR. Too many channels to choose from. So I decided to shout out someone that, even though he has a pretty decent size following, I don't think people, let's say, give him enough credit. And that's my man Tony at Psyched on Baseball Cards. Tony's been at it for a long time, and I'm putting him in the spotlight today. So, as me being a Yankees fan in the late 80s, early 90s, my team was bottom of the barrel. One of the worst teams in baseball. And even though I tuned in to almost every game, I had to pick up another team, and that was the Oakland Athletics. They had a juggernaut going on. The roster was insane. Now, Tony being a big Oakland fan, we have discussed in the past how I adopted his team while the fandom of my team was still strong, but I had to tune into some winning baseball. It just makes, the sport that much more fun. So, what I decided to do was have some fun, show cards of Tony's team from around this era. So let's get started. The first one, I may have shown this before, but this is the 1986 Fleer rookie card. Jose Canseco, looking fit as ever. You know what I like about baseball cards? On some of them is the minor league stats. Big fan of those. Now, of course, Canseco was in the news for various issues. Most notably being on the juice. But he was a guy that, when he came up to bat, it wasn't a bathroom break. I was tuned in. So, always glad to have Canseco card. He was, one of the best at the time. Here is another Canseco card, 1991 inaugural Stadium Club. Love these on-the-field images. And they are going strong to this day. Of course, you can see the rookie card, which is the Topps Traded 86. They have these on the backs. Nice touch from Stadium Club. And let's prop some of these up. Next, we got another Canseco rookie card that I stumbled upon, which is quite hilarious to me. I'm sure Tony remembers this one. Canseco rookie, 1991. That's right. Ozzie Canseco. The identical twin brother to Jose. For some reason, we were all after this card. but his career did not turn out as well as his brother. I love picking up these cards. These types of rookie cards that, were big chases back in the day, but never panned out. I still like collecting them. Next, we might as well do it. Tony is a big Rickey Henderson fan, as I am myself, so I had to put this one in here. This is 1995 Pinnacle Sport Flicks. This is a beautiful card. Now, when you move this around, image doesn't change much except in this area here. Changes up a little bit, but not as much as the Sport Flicks that we're mostly familiar with. But this card has great color. It's got that Sport Flicks, texture to it. If I hear it. There it is. You can see the grain there. Nice little card, though. I don't see this one that often. So I saw it and I figured I would pick it up. It's a great one. Next we have 1994 Upper Deck Collector's Choice. This is an up close and personal card of the Big Hurt Frank Thomas. I love collecting Frank Thomas cards, but I had to pick this one up because right there we have a Henderson cameo. So you can't pass this up if you're a Henderson fan. Two of the greatest around, this time. Early 90s, Frank Thomas and Rickey Henderson. So that's a sweet one. So, I was diving into my rookie binder, which doesn't have any Hall of Famers. Like I said before, it just has cards that, kind of like this Ozzie Canseco card where big cards at the time, players with a lot of hype, but never really panned out. But also in there's like players that had long careers. Maybe sprinkle a All-Star in there. But not really a superstar binder. But I like collecting those cards. And the first one I came upon, I'm sure Tony remembers this guy, the King of the Unibrows, Stan Javier, this 86 Fleer, which is a great looking set. And he was actually traded for Rickey Henderson. So, back to back, had to show Javier and Henderson. Next, Tony, I'm sure you remember this guy. This guy had a lot of hype in the late 90s, or late 80s, early 90s. We have a rated rookie, 1989 Donruss, Felix Jose. Remember this guy? I was super pumped on him. Never really did anything with Oakland, but he went to St. Louis, and he did make an all-star team. Then I think he finished his career with Kansas City. But this was a big card to look for in this set at the time. It's funny just to go back and see these cards and like imagine something like this today. I mean, it happens every year, but pulling a card like this at the time when they were hot, like, oh, I got to get that slabbed. I got to get that numbered card. I got to get that auto. And you're just pretty much wasting your money. But that's okay. Do whatever makes you happy. Next, here's another rated rookie, 1987 Donruss. This guy's career went a lot better than Felix Jose, and that is Terry Steinbach. Reliable catcher for a long time with Oakland, and then he finished his career with his hometown Minnesota Twins. He made, I don't know, 3 All-Stars. And you wonder why, Oakland had such a great pitching staff. You can't ignore the catchers. Because they got to know, at least your starting 5 rotation, and then you got the whole bullpen. Everybody's got different repertoires, so catchers, they need more love. Not only in our hobby, but just in baseball in general. Here's one. How about the 88 Rookie of the Year in the American League? Here's Walt Weiss's 88 Topps Traded rookie. He would go on to a solid career. I believe he was a base coach with, I want to say, the Atlanta Braves, and then he went on to manage Colorado Rockies for about 4 years, so shout out to Ken's Cardboard. Walt Weiss, this is a good looking card. This set, man, I have so many of these cards, and like when I was a kid, I just took it for granted. This is a great design. I'm always a fan of this, the team name across the top or the bottom. Kind of like, 71, the year 1971, 1967, 1964, those kind of cards where they have the team name across the top or bottom. And Tony, we're going to end it with a guy that was a huge prospect back in the day. And this is the 1991 Upper Deck, where he was voted American League Best Right-Handed Pitcher Prospect. Everybody was after this guy's cards, and that would be the legend Todd Van Poppel. That's right. If you didn't believe me as far as how I love collecting these cards, here is proof. First round draft pick. Maybe I'm trying to think of when he was picked. Within the top 15. But he was not good with the Athletics. But I think he went on to have kind of a successful career as a reliever. I believe with the Cubs he had a couple decent seasons. I thought he was like a flash in the pan, but he actually had like a 10-year career in the majors, so. Just the name alone, Todd Van Poppel. That was a big hit back in the day. So, there are my cards for tribute to Tony. Go check out his channel. He's got his 1965 top set build going on. Obviously Oakland Athletics collection that he's always adding to, modern and vintage. Picks up slabs here and there. So pop in, say hello. You'll find his link to the channel in the description. Okay, next VR. This is going to be for Hugo at Signs of the Pastime, a very passionate supporter in our community. You can tell by watching his videos, it's beyond just showing cards. Passion for the sport of baseball. You can see him visiting current and past baseball parks, baseball fields, and I also enjoy his time he spends on the women of baseball as well. So check out those videos. So, his VR, best pickups of the year in 2023. And you know what? I don't think I spent over $50 on a card this year. And I'm okay with it. Taking a step back from buying high-priced cards in 2023. But price does not matter if you're having a great time collecting. That's something you should really take a step back and think about. But, so the first card, and this one wasn't a purchase. This one was sent to me. So that in itself ranks it way up there for sentimental value. That is the 1986 Topps rookie card of Patrick Waugh. One of the best to ever lace up a pair of skates at his position of goalie. Look at the equipment on this card. Unbelievable. Got this card from Matt over at the Card Story. He sent me this because he's kind of a crazy person. And it just blew me away when I unveiled this card. I just couldn't believe it, and I still can't. Amazing, amazing. One of the best cards I've got this year. So thank you to Matt. And it, I still say it's unnecessary, but, he's going to do what he's going to do. There's no stopping that guy. Next card, a couple more. The next two, actually, I bought ungraded, and now they are slabbed. But this one's up there. 1952 Bowman Vic Raschi. Love this card. Love the up close, in your face image, because that's how he pitched. He was a big competitor on the mound. Now, this card is part of my Yankees pitchers collection that helped win World Series. So this was a huge pickup for my collection. Love the artwork on these early Bowmans. So the Vic Raschi is one. That was a big pickup for me this year. And this next one was a big one because I've been waiting for quite a while to pick it up. And that is 1995 Select Gold Mirror Rickey Henderson. It's not the 96, which is only 30 of those. So if you want to pay thousands of dollars to get it, or any other card from that series, good luck to you. Love this card. Look at that gold outline. Thing about these cards is they look the best when it's about 5-10 feet away. As you can see here. I've stood back from these cards and just, they pretty much glow in the dark. So definitely one of my best pickups of the year, without a doubt, and a great grade for it. So there's one more item that I picked up this year that I'm just so glad I did, because if you know me as a collector, as a baseball fan, probably not a big surprise, and that is the first edition The Baseball Encyclopedia 1969 complete record of Major League Baseball. This beast is awesome. Now, many of the records in here have been updated throughout the years as far as stats, but this thing's got all sorts of stuff in it. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but like it's got all the different leagues all the way back, you know, to the 1800s, you know, National League, American League, you know, it's got Federal League in here, the Union Association, you know, it's got players, you know, player registers, pitcher registers, it's got World Series box scores, I think. Yeah, World Series box scores. Going all the way back. This thing is just awesome. In the beginning, it's got like all these charts and graphs. So, if you're a fan like me, consider picking, you know, at least any edition of these books up. You know, we have the internet, Baseball Reference, you know, all these different kinds of sources. But having a physical copy of something like this is, you know, so much better. Just more enjoyable to look stuff up. So, those are my, you know, four pickups of this year that I'm psyched that I got my hands on. But that's it for today. Glad you stuck with me. Welcome back to my returning viewers. And if you're new, hopefully you'll come back to see more cards, more, you know, sports-related items. Check out Hugo's channel as well. It will be in the description if you've not visited yet. So head over to Hugo's channel, Tony's channel, Orlando's channel, Sammy's channel. 2023 coming to an end very soon. So I hope it was a memorable one. And here's to an even better 2024. Take care, everybody, and glad you stopped in. Be safe out there.